there, it's Tracy, and in this video I'm going to share with you how do you let go, or what is this technique of letting go, and how do you begin doing that to begin letting go of the emotions and the stresses that you've been storing in your body to help you heal physical symptoms or just chronic issues that you're having in your life. Because when you're holding on to deep emotional patterns, these manifest in deeper rooted emotional behaviors, which basically form and shape your current life. So if there's this chronic thing that's happening physically for you, or there's this problem in your relationships, or there's these situations that keep arising around you and it makes you severely unhappy and it's just been a problem on and on and on, you need to begin letting go of what your body is holding on to so that you can begin to shift your reality and heal what you're experiencing through experiencing it, digesting it, and letting it go. Letting go, the technique of letting go, your mind's gonna fight with you a lot. So letting go is basically just allowing your emotions to be felt. It is a process of no resistance or non-resistance to your emotional, sensational experience in a very kind of non-judgmental way. So for example, in mindfulness, the definition of that is to pay attention without judgment. It's very difficult to do that when you are a very judgmental person and you have a lot of hatred and anger and very uncomfortable emotions. You're thinking, how do I even begin to pay attention non-judgmentally? So that's why I kind of go to this practice called allowing, because part of breaking through such thick judgment is to allow your judgment, and that in itself is non-judgmental. It's just allowing layers and layers and layers of judgment. But the technique of letting go is basically, how do you begin getting into that space of allowing and being a little bit more non-resistant to your emotional or sensational experience. This is extremely powerful because it begins to resolve the emotions that you're holding on to. So we have energy centers throughout our body, and when we begin letting them go, when we're experiencing them and when we're digesting them, the meridians in your body begin to clear out. And when your meridians clear out, your energy channels open up. And what happens is that those affected organs by certain meridians begin to go back into balance. With the continuous practice, you kind of empty out your human vessel and feel more just peaceful. That's what it is. And when you feel more peaceful, you feel less stressed. And when you're feeling less stress from the inside, see, I'm not talking about the outside stresses, but the inside, when you actually just sit there, your organs are like, that's when there's a deep sense of healing and restoration for your bowels, for your immune system, for your body, for your musculature, for everything. You just feel your whole body just, oh my gosh, where has this rest and this safety and this peace, where has it been all my life? And it's in the beginning, it's this weird foreign feeling, is because if you've grown up in a stressful environment and you're always holding on and you're always having your defenses up and you're just scared because you're getting constantly yelled at, or you're just constantly afraid of getting punished, or you're constantly just, I don't know, living in a very controlling environment, it's super stressful. So when you begin and you go through this whack crazy journey, you come through all this pain and fear and anger, and I'm really saying this from my personal experience, and you actually feel your body shifting. And then, you know, your physical symptoms ease and they go away, and then your relationship problems get easier and lighter, and then different things manifest. And it's really not something that you're trying to get out there. It is really a feeling that comes from inside. And obviously there's certain practices that you do that will make you feel more rested and better. So for example, I like to go swimming. I like to listen to music. Music has been just an absolute favorite thing of mine when it comes to letting go. It's just, for me, it's almost enjoyable to kind of just surrender into the emotions and listen to music, get into some contemporary dancing or whatever it is to help yourself be your expressive art. And also I love to write poetry, so through my healing experiences I birthed Holy Broken Art, and that was one of the best things that I've done, and I have yet to like showcase that just because like it's just been like really personal. So yeah, that is the technique of letting go. It's very simple that your mind is going to fight with you and resist at all angles when really you're supposed to non-resist. And to break through the barrier of being non-judgmental and paying attention and allowing your experience is to allow the judgment and allow the resistance, because our minds are like a paradox, and when we do the opposite happens. So if you want to be non-judgmental to your experience, then you have to give yourself permission to be judgmental to your experience, and then there's this little click switch that happens in your mind, and then you're like, oh wow, this sense of relief has just come. Yeah, and then there's less resistance when you allow the resistance. And the resistance is, there's just layers of it because you are a survival species, and it's just built into your nervous system to have resisted years and years of fear and pain. So it's really a transcendent experience beyond survival. And this path is going to heal your survival instincts, integrate them, and meet you with creativity. So I know that there was like a mouthful, so many mouthfuls in this video, but I hope that at least there was just some sort of understanding around letting go, which is allowing the experience, emotions, sensations to be felt via a non-resistant practice. And doing that will help you let go of what you need to heal your soul, your body, your mind. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in another one. Bye.